afraid of the dark. I'm gonna hold your hand wherever you are. Let's get lost tonight. Let's go somewhere. Let's get wild tonight.
What is up, everyone, and welcome to OTN Media's official co-stream of the Summer Game Fest 2022. My name is Fiasco. You can call me John. I am joined, as always, here on OTN with my good friend, my good pal, the king of the courtside king. You can call him Joey. What is up, sir? Happy Summer Games.
John, we made it work. It felt for a while that we weren't going to be able to get off work for today to do this co-stream, but in the end, Jeff approved us. We were able to get approved by our bosses as well, and we have made it here. I am stoked for some games to be shown.
Yeah, I mean, some would say it was harder to get approved by our bosses to come and do this in the middle of the day than it was for Jeff to give us a thumbs up. First off, big shout out to Jeff. Thank you. 2 years in a row, we've had the honor of being an official co-streamer here for whether it is the Summer Games Fest, whether it's the Game Awards. It's always really exciting to be a part of the gaming industry and just being able to bring our opinions here to you, our viewers and listeners as well. So again, a big thank you to Jeff. Joey, go ahead and pat yourself on the back. We deserve that a little bit, you know? There we go. All right, so just a little housekeeping here real quick. Today's official co-stream is presented by Gamer Bites. Bite-sized gaming and esports news delivered weekly directly to your inbox. Sign up for Gamer Bites today. We'll go ahead and throw the link for that newsletter in chat as well. All right, Joey. So, I mean, there is just a ton of stuff to cover here today. But first, if you're tuning in and you're trying to figure out who in the world are these OTN dudes, why am I staring at these two, borderline gamers here on my screen? Why are they talking about Summer Games Fest today? Well, Joey, I'm going to give a brief overview, then I'm going to toss it off to you to cover in any of the holes I may have missed. But OTN Media, we cover everything. We cover games. We cover esports. Sometimes we dabble in traditional sports too, but we cover everything. We have tons of different podcasts out there as well, covering gaming and esports news, whether it's on an international level with Level Up Live that airs Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, which, spoiler alert, that's going to happen tonight for a recap show of the Summer Game Fest, 8 p.m. Eastern time, right here on this Twitch channel as well. And we also have Game On DC, which is a DC-based esports show as well, covering all of the professional esports teams here in the DMV. Then on top of that, also, we ourselves are gamers, Joey. We've both been playing games since our wee little days. Dating all the way back to the N64, the Sega Game Gear. We're talking about the OG PlayStation, the OG Xbox, all the way up to now that we have big boy money, we have adult money, so we have adult gaming computers, and we both own the new generation of Xboxes as well. So gaming is a pretty big part of our lives, and we'd like to share that passion with you, our listeners and viewers here with OTN. And one of the big things we look forward to every year is the Summer Game Fest, which is going to be kicking off here at 2 p.m. Eastern time, so we're roughly about 12 minutes away for that. But Joey, I'm going to slap it over here to you real quick to fill in any blanks I may have missed. Is there anything else you can think of that we did?
John, you're not shooting any blanks here, buddy. I think you have everything covered. So again, as John said, the next thing outside of today's co-stream will be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We do have at least one guest joining us for that as well. We'll be recapping today's events for those that may have missed the co-stream here, as well as talking about some predictions for the weekend to come. With that being said, John, we're just over 10 minutes out from today's show. Runtime is somewhere between 90 and 120 minutes is what Jeff told us last. So it'll fall somewhere in that window. Not quite sure. Not sure if there's a one more thing either, but knowing Jeff, there probably is. With that being said, we do have an idea of about 20 to 25 games that will be shown. Somewhere around 15 of those have been publicly mentioned so far. One in particular, John, that I'm looking forward to, the Modern Warfare 2 campaign gameplay reveal. We saw this in last year's showcase for Call of Duty Vanguard. We'll see it once again for Modern Warfare 2, and I'm excited to see what landscapes we might be looking at for the new campaign.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Every trailer that we've seen for Modern Warfare 2 has been absolutely fantastic. I know in our Discord server, the OTN community is super excited for this game as well. Joey, dare I say it's right up there with your Xbox Microsoft shillery of how excited you are for Modern Warfare 2. I'm excited for Modern Warfare 2. Any kind of content, any kind of game reveal we get today is only going to add to the hype of this game. Modern Warfare is a version of Call of Duty that has been incredibly successful, as has built a home, if you will, in the heart of gamers all across the world. It's been probably one of the best versions of Call of Duty we've had. So a lot of people super excited to see more information here on Modern Warfare 2. Words are tough today.
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting. Like, I love watching older war movies like World War I, World War II, and diving into the history there. But as far as video games go, I feel like the Modern Warfare series, at least for me personally, and according to sales charts as well, a lot of different gamers connect more with those. They pull in more players. They pull in players for longer amounts of time. Players typically spend more money, which Activision we know loves. In the end, I think it's going to be a very, very big game for sure when it drops later this year. Next up, John, we have Cuphead. This is one of those games that really frustrates me. I love it. I think the art style is fantastic. I think the level of difficulty in it can be extremely frustrating to certain gamers like myself. We are getting some new DLC here, the Delicious Last Course for Cuphead.
Yeah, Cuphead's fantastic. It has a Netflix series as well. I have not played Cuphead mainly because I have to listen to Joey complain about that game so much. So I've decided not to go through the same pain that Joey likes to put himself through. I'm going to go ahead and spare myself a little bit. I'll watch him suffer, which is always fun. But other than that, I mean, look, the graphic style of Cuphead is amazing. It has that old 1950s, 1940s, even dare I say back to 1920s cartoon feel to it. It's got that vintage look, and that's what I absolutely love. At the end of the day, if a game is not for me, I can still appreciate the artistic side of it. And that's one thing that Cuphead has done absolutely fantastic work with, is the graphics. The graphics team there for Cuphead have done a stellar job. So yeah, I mean, this new expansion, it's going to have obviously the same kind of style. It's going to, add more playable content to the game, and that's going to be great. And I think a lot of people who enjoy Cuphead enjoy that struggle, that pain that Joey obviously does not like going through. They're going to be super excited with what they're going to see here. And obviously fans of the Cuphead Netflix show as well are going to be excited to see what the next chapter of Cuphead is going to be.
Next and final chapter, at least for this particular game. But yeah, a really cool art style, kind of that classic Disney 2D Mickey Mouse coming into this game. And it should be fun to see the new DLC for it. Next up on the list of announced games being shown here, this one's going to be gameplay. Not sure if that's announced, but that's what it will be for the Callisto Protocol. This is a game that was developed, if I remember correctly, by the team originally behind the Dead Space series. So it's going to be probably alien-like. There's going to be some creepy crawlers, some horror elements, some cool customization built in. I'm pretty excited for this one. I'm not the biggest, horror thrill game fan in general. But I do like the idea of being able to party up with friends, so I'm hoping there's some nice co-op elements as well. Next on the list, and I don't know if he's in chat today, but our good friend Panicking Pat is a big stan of Batman. He won't be seeing Batman in particular in this one, but he'll be seeing some of his good old buddies, Nightwing, Red Hood, and all that goodness in Gotham Knights. I don't 100% know if this is a trailer or gameplay, but Gotham Knights will be making an appearance. John, this is another one you and I have had our eyes on as well.
Yeah, look, anything Batman's really, really cool. Myself, I'm a big Robin fan. Will we see Robin in the game? Who knows? But anytime Batman comes out with a game, it's always great. Joey, kid you not, the other day, I was with my buddy that I'm helping renovate his bathroom. Yes, we are of that age where we renovate bathrooms. So we were at Lowe's, and we were returning some tools that we didn't use for the renovation. And the people behind the counter were talking about the next Batman video game. Which a quick 3-minute trip to return an item turned into a 20-minute conversation about video games. Because Joey, I do not know how to stop myself. I hear video games, I talk about video games, and Batman's one of them. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Batman video games have been some of the best superhero video games to date. It's right up there with Spider-Man from the PlayStation 4, in my opinion, when it comes to just overall combat, the combat engine, the graphics, the story, what it's been able to do for those characters brought into the game. Super excited for the next evolution of Batman.
Absolutely. This next one is going to stoke our fires as well, John. Frost Giant, they're going to debut their new RTS game today. For those who don't know, Frost Giant is made up of a lot of past Blizzard developers, a lot of those developers who worked on StarCraft and the Warcraft franchise. This one should be really cool. Not sure of the setting yet. When it comes to RTS games, StarCraft really changed the industry, and I expect them to do something similar here as well.
Yeah, that's going to be super exciting. Obviously, Blizzard, Activision, Blizzard, whichever you want to put first. Alphabetically, I guess it goes Activision. But nonetheless, obviously that studio in a lot of turmoil at the moment. A lot of people have left due to that turmoil and have started their own gaming studios. And this is one of the ones that we kind of have earmarked to see what they're going to be able to produce. And like Joey was saying, StarCraft, that was a game that shaped my childhood. That was a game that I grew up with. That was a game that to this day still has a big impact on me. So yeah, so if the developers of that game are now in a separate studio and they're looking at creating more games, it's going to have my attention. It's going to have a lot of people who were Blizzard fans pre all this bad crap happening excited because they were able to see what these people were able to do game-wise, development-wise, prior to Blizzard going downhill. Why wouldn't you be excited? Should be a great time to see what they're putting out there.
And it's really a new generation of RTS games, right? We have Age of Empires with Age 4. You have that new Spice Wars game kind of set in the Dune universe. There's rumors of new StarCraft stuff in the works. And now this game, I'm excited to see what the future of RTS continues to look like as we move forward. Next up is a little bit of an Uwu Senpai, John. We have some anime-style games. Hoyoverse, most known for, I would say Genshin Impact is probably their most well-known game. They're making a new mobile game, Honkai Star Rail, set in the Honkai Third Impact kind of generation style. I'm not too sure on what all is involved here. I believe it's an action RPG with turn-based elements involved. Knowing how well these games do over in China, especially in Asia and Southeast Asia, it should do extremely well over there, and I'm assuming this one will probably break some more ground in North America as well. On top of that, One Piece Odyssey will also be making an appearance today as well. Next up on the slate, about 4 minutes to go, guys, before the show kicks off, Warhammer 40K. This is a big one. This is a huge popular franchise. It got teased a little bit earlier in June, and more will be coming today. Warhammer 40K Dark Tide will be shown off. I believe there's already a deal in place with it coming to Game Pass on day one for Xbox users. On top of that, we should get gameplay today as well. Let's see, John. I know you're a big Marvel fan. You already touched on Spider-Man a little bit. We're going to get some more Marvel in today's show, too. Marvel Midnight Suns by 2K is going to get shown off. What are your thoughts overall on another Marvel game? Obviously, Spider-Man has kind of been the cream of the crop in this area. This one being a little bit slightly different of a genre, some comparing it to XCOM. Are you excited for Midnight Suns?
Yeah, so obviously anything Marvel right now is super sexy, whether it's a video game, whether it's a movie, whether it's a TV series. Obviously, Miss Marvel just came out on Disney+. A lot of great reviews there as well. It's going to get the attention of everybody, whether you're a hardcore gamer, whether you're just a casual gamer, whether you're just a Marvel fan, maybe you just read the comics, maybe you just watch the Disney series, whatever it is, if Marvel's name is stamped on it, people are going to give it a shot. And I think that's what we're going to see here too. A tactical RPG game coming out here should be exciting. Maybe not my cup of tea, but because it is Marvel, I'm going to give it a shot. It can't be any worse than some other overhyped game announcements we've seen. Not saying that this one is overhyped at all, but from the ones we've seen in the recent months, which have been a little, dare I say, a little bit of a letdown. I'm looking at you, Arclight, or whatever you're called from Blizzard. That's just
Warcraft, Arclight, Rumble.
Oh yeah, you have to do the whole like and this whole other crap that they did. Yeah, I think with Marvel's name on it, with Disney powered behind it, it's going to be a good game. It should be a good game, and I think people should be optimistic for this game being good. I'm definitely going to check it out because it has that Marvel stamp on it, but we'll see if it actually keeps my attention going forward.
It's one of those genres I tend to not gravitate toward too much. I didn't really play much XCOM. I did really like Gears Tactics, though. I never finished it, but I did play quite a bit of it. I think there's a lot of cool elements involved there, and mixing it with superhero powers could unlock some more interesting, really intriguing ways to develop the story and continue moving forward as far as progression. So I am curious to see what we do see with that today. With that being said, there's still some more games to touch on here in the last minute and 30 seconds. We do have Shiny Fort in chat, friend of the show. For him, there's going to be some Street Fighter 6 action in this one. Not only some gameplay, but some character reveals as well. John, I know you're a big fighting game community fan. Certain characters in Street Fighter ever stuck out to you? Are there certain returns you want to see, or any new elements for this fighting game that's really been legendary and around for so long that you want to see added to the new one?
I'm going to be 100% honest. It has been a hot minute and then some since I've played a fighting game, let alone Street Fighter. I will literally have to Google players or characters right now to tell you. Because the only ones in my mind right now are Mortal Kombat, because that was the game that really stuck out to me even as a kid. So obviously I absolutely love Scorpion. That was my go-to, even in Mortal Kombat X. That was my go-to. So yeah, well, get over here, kind of fun stuff. But but yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm super excited for it. We'll see what happens. I mean, for fighting game fans out there, it's gonna be really, really exciting. Joey, just real quick, we are about 20 seconds away here before we toss it over for the introduction. Just to give everyone a quick rundown. Most of the show will be in a picture-in-picture box with us. Obviously, we'll be in the smaller box, but anytime there's a world premiere or anything massive, maybe if there's a one more thing, we will go full screen and we will shut our mouths so we all can enjoy it here for the amazingness that it is. But with that, Joey, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to transition over here. Ooh, the following program may contain content that some viewers might find offensive. Oh, that's fun. That's your warning. Offensive marking here for the Summer Games Fest 2020. But hey, it's Jeff, Joey. Look at that.
Here we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Keighley, and this is Summer Game Fest, a live showcase of what's next in the wide, wide world of video games. We are live here in Los Angeles, so whether you're streaming from home or watching inside an IMAX theater, welcome to our showcase event.
Or on
Over the
OTN's
next
official
few
coach room.
hours, we'll give you updates on the games you love, be joined by special developer guests, and yes, have a few surprises along the way too. Now, what I love about this show is that it's a true cross-industry showcase. Whether you play on Xbox, PC, PlayStation, Switch, or mobile, we'll have games for you. It doesn't matter your platform of choice. We're all here to come together as one community that simply loves the art of amazing video games. The biggest franchises in the industry are here, like Call of Duty. You'll get introduced to exciting new worlds and new teams, and we'll make room for small independent developers who we think deserve the spotlight too. If we do this right, hopefully you'll discover a few new games to put on your wish lists. And even if you don't get every announcement that you desire, let's face it, you're not going to get everything today, but we've got a lot of great stuff.
We want everything, Jeff.
So let's
everything.
get started. Over 30 years ago, Capcom Street Fighter hit arcades, and ever since, this legendary Japanese fighting game series has continued to evolve. Street Fighter 6 is coming in 2023, and right now, we're excited to officially confirm a character coming to the game and show you the exclusive first gameplay footage. Enjoy.
You won't know what hit you.
Let me have some fun.
Let's get this mission started. This will be a good fight. Got you in my sights. Neutralized. Predictable. Time to end this. Fire. Double. Seven. I'm just on another level.
Starting off with Street Fighter. I like it, Joey.
It's all about
Yeah,
the tone.
super solid start
All
there.
right,
Shiny Ford
next
getting
it's
some
time for
action
a
right up front. There
brand
should be
new
more
game
character
announcement
reveals
here
throughout
at
the show as
Summer
well.
Game Fest. Check this out.
World premiere.
Sergeant Leo Alvarez of the CM Leth Recon Squad. Our mission was to enter the Tantalus base, locate the ComSat relay, and bring it back online. We found the relay, but there was a problem.
Get that door closed now, Private. Close that gate. Nothing gets in here. Ray didn't make it.
At least he's in one piece.
take the lead.
Oh, this ain't good. What we found was a new kind of evil. And it found us first.
What the?
This wasn't human.
Retreat! Retreat! Willis! Open fire! Go! 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 Alvarez! Through that door! Hold that door, Sergeant! Son of a...
I don't know what I saw in there. But I know when I close my eyes, I still see it. Now everyone's dead. And someone needs to know.
There you have it, guys. Aliens Dark Descent. Should be plenty of Alien games in today's show, but that is another one. It looks like it has some turn-based elements as well as some over-the-top looking views.
That was Aliens Dark Descent, and it's coming in 2023 to console and PC. Next, 2 years ago at the Game Awards, we revealed the Callisto Protocol from the creative forces behind the Dead Space franchise. Today, I am thrilled to get to show you the first raw gameplay alongside its creator, Glenn Schofield. But first, here's the
You love to see it.
Schofield cut.
Not medium,
of the brand
not
new
well
trailer
done.
with a little
Raw.
more gore.
World premiere.
Take a look outside. Did you know that they call Callisto the Dead Moon? Dead. Just like you would have been if I hadn't fished you out of that wreck. So whatever you're holding on to right there, that's your old life. You gotta let that go. Because your new life is entirely in my hands. I'm just trying to give you a chance at rebirth. I just love that last part. Gives me chills every time.
So this was one of the ones we previewed ahead, and I told you guys there were more aliens coming. This is gameplay for the Callisto Protocol, again, by a lot of the developers behind the original Dead Space trilogy.
That dude literally unhinged his jaw and bit 90% of that dude's head off. That was insane.
Chomp, chomp.
That's right. We know what you wanted to see. And joining me now, Glenn Schofield, Striking Distance. Glenn, first of all, congratulations. This game looks absolutely
The
incredible. And I gotta
nasty
say,
guy
the
behind
fact
this
that you have
game.
built this team,
Good job.
this studio, new IP, shipping this December, all in COVID, blows me away. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having us. I really do appreciate it, Jeff. And for a second, just give me a second. I want to thank.
He kind of
you,
looks like a mafia
for all
man.
you've done for the game industry all these years, man. I think I've known you like 16, 17 years now, and you've been an ambassador. You've amplified new games, new studios.
Make Jeff cry. Make Jeff cry.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. It's not about me. It's about you guys.
Yeah, I know.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's so fun to do these shows and to show this game. So people saw the trailer, but what I'm so excited today is that you just brought a raw gameplay sequence. This game is in development, and people are going to be blown away, I think, when they see it. But tell us a bit about what are we going to see today?
Yeah, we got a couple minutes of, like you said, like raw gameplay. It's 2 segments in the first half of the game. One is a med bay, another one is a power station, and you're going to see some new enemies, some brutality, some just about everything. We're showcasing a new weapon called the Grip. Okay. It's like a gravity gun, but it picks up the enemies and it shoves them into giant fans. It rips them apart. It's great. And then check out the nice ending we have.
Spoiler alert.
We usually will kill our main character, Jacob, and in a very unique way. And just for a second, I want to thank the team, man. Like you said, through COVID, through everything else, the dedication, the hard work, you guys are amazing. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, Glenn, I got to say, again, what you guys are shipping this year, this looks like a world-class next-gen game. It's rare that teams are bringing something out like this year, and let's let the footage speak for itself. Glenn Schofield, Striking Distance. Here it is, the first gameplay of the Callisto Protocol.
I've always wanted to know this, Joey. These live gameplay reveals, who's playing the game? Because if it's the developers that are playing the game and they are missing that many shots in the gameplay, I'm not feeling so good.
I think it's the developers just haven't talked to Nixia and got their mouse sensitivities fully converted over for the game yet. That's where I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah, right.
Now, it is interesting. I mean, even when you look at more competitive shooters like Call of Duty or whatever, it seems like people still miss plenty of shots because they're trying to show the environment, they're trying to show the aesthetics, the UI, and all that goodness. That is absolutely disgusting, some of the stuff happening on screen here. But it is interesting. So far, gameplay looks pretty fluid, pretty smooth, a lot smoother than what we saw from the original Dead Space.
Oh, my God. That just happened. All right, moving on. This October, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 arrives. Infinity Ward is once again returning to its roots for a modern-day action game, and today we're about to show you the world premiere of its gameplay with a level playthrough. To tell us more, let's head to the Port of Long Beach to check in with Johanna Ferris, the head of Call of Duty.
Hi, everyone. In 2019, Modern Warfare changed everything. And on October 28th, we usher in a new era of Call of Duty with the launch of Modern Warfare 2. We are back, we are bigger, and we are bringing the entire team. Price, Gaz, Soap, Alejandro, and of course, Ghost. We needed a stage big enough to debut Call of Duty in a whole new way, inspired by the world we're about to enter. Oil rigs, cargo ships, and staggering odds are just the beginning. Here is Modern Warfare 2.
Eyes in the ring. All right, that's our target. Shadows 1 and 2. Push to your hook points. Let's invite ourselves in.
All stations, ship is visual.
Copy. Press for assault. Stay on comm. We board, clear, disarm that missile. Be ready for anything. This could be a trap. Actual, we're set.
Copy, get to work.
Good hook. Up and at him.
All Shadows, the missile is on this platform. I want full containment. You've got 3 AQ internal.
2-1, making entry.
So, cut right clear through.
Rim clear. Coming out. Shadow 1, moving to the southeast stairwell. Scorers, right side. Two above.
Balcony door undone.
Ghost, we're moving to the main deck. What's your status?
Boarding the ship with Shadow 3 now.
Roger that.
Run down. Rush out.
Here.
We need to move fast. All Shadows, force out. I want eyes on that container now.
2 copies, moving.
We gotta roll.
Shadow 1, Ghost. Visual on flares coming from the ring. What's your status, over?
Ghost, they're signaling the ship. They're gonna launch that missile.
It's first stage. There's still time. All Shadows, missile is on the helipad. 2-1, we're moving to secure. Cover us.
2 copies all.
Move to the helipad, Sergeant. Roger that. Confirm when the objective is neutralized.
Open.
Where are the controls?
On that damn ship. Actual, we got a problem. Missile is armed. Controls are somewhere on the ship.
You have your orders, son. Stop that launch.
Let's move out! Go! This is Zero 1, back in the water, inbound, to your position!
Solid copy, we're taking effective fire. The LZ will be hot.
Roger that! Once we're on deck, we push to the bridge! Fast! Secure those controls! Stop this vessel, yep! How do we board? Take the ramp! Hold tight, Sergeant!
They learned to drive boats in the DMV.
Let's have ourselves a gunfight!
Do we call them Maryland boat drivers?
Hey-o. With the way they rear into that boat, probably.
Alejandro, maintain overwatch from the rig. We're forcing up. Copy that.
So overall, I would say graphics look pretty in line with Call of Duty. Nothing absolutely spectacular, but there is some cool particle effects we've seen so far, some nice movement of the world around. This is probably before the late game polishing as well, so this should just get better as it goes on. The weapons we've seen so far, John, I think there's some nice variety. The indicators, everything looks pretty good. Overall, it definitely looks like a Call of Duty experience and one that fits right into that Modern Warfare genre.
Yeah, everyththing about it has the Call of Duty Modern Warfare feel to it. I mean, obviously the graphics look great. Obviously, like you said, Joey, the polishing finishing touches probably still aren't there as of yet. But even if it was, I think a lot of people would be happy with how this game looks and how it looks like it's handling. Obviously, in your hands on a controller, on a keyboard and mouse is going to feel differently than what you're watching. But so far, everything looks very smooth, and I think the hype is real for this game. I think it's justified.
Absolutely, and I think Potluck brings up a good point, and I think that's the thing that looks best graphically to me as well, is the faces. The faces have looked really good so far in the design and the motion capture work. Guys, there were 9 studios that worked in this game just internally at Activision, not including the other support studios as well. So this was a huge undertaking. Again, just seeing one level of campaign here. There's a full-fledged campaign. There's some other side modes. You obviously have the full multiplayer suite. And there's going to be Warzone 2 accompanying this as well. This is a very, very massive game.
I want to talk about Homeboy that just took a shotgun blast to the chest there. What an awful way to go. You're standing there, you're standing guard, the door rushes open, you're swept off your feet by a wave, you're on the floor, the next thing you know, you have a massive chest cavity from a shotgun blast. Not cool. It's not cool. Yeah, he didn't have a fighting chance.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
Ooh.
That's what we're talking about. And joining us now, up from Long Beach, Johanna, great to see you. How's everything?
It's great. Thanks.
Great to have you with us, and also Jeff from Infinity Ward. So we saw the first gameplay. Thanks for that extended sequence. Looks incredible. Jeff, tell us a bit about that mission. Where is that set in the game? What are we seeing there?
Absolutely. So first of all, we're really excited to welcome back Captain John Price and Gaz Garrick. You know, they're not actually in what we just saw today, but they're returning members from 141, and then the other 2 characters that you may recognize from the older franchise that we're reimagining are Simon Ghost Riley and of course Soap John McTavish, and then a couple other new characters in here that we're really excited that we got to create for this game. First, Commander Philip Graves and Mexican Special Forces Colonel Alejandro. And Alejandro, I gotta say, it's a character we're really excited about. He's a guy who's super capable and a guy who's just as important as Task Force 141. But as far as the level's concerned, you know, I got to shout out to IW. You know, this was a tremendous collaboration across all of the different disciplines. As you saw, everybody coming together, some really motivated devs here. And, you know, you saw the wind and the animations and the awesome sound design. And of course, our new water tech, which is actually pushing the boat in different directions. It's creating a physically dynamic environment, allowing for the cover you were seeing. In certain cases, you could be behind cover, and then suddenly that cover would shift and leave you exposed, but it also leaves the enemy exposed, creating this emergent gameplay. Again, I'm very excited. Just can't wait I'm so excited that we get to show it off today.
And that's just a hint of where things are going to go. Johanna, tell us a bit about Call of Duty overall. Modern Warfare 2, obviously, we're so excited that it's back this year, but you've got lots going on across Call of Duty. What can we expect from you guys this year?
Yeah, we first of all, thanks for having us here. We're just so excited for October 28th. It's such a big moment, not just for Modern Warfare 2 and everything that Jeff and the team at Infinity Ward have built, but it really marks the step change, what we're calling a transformational moment for the entire franchise. You're going to see incredible rendering, incredible graphics, all the things just within the game itself, built all on one shared engine now across Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 going forward. Of course, there's a lot of chatter and interest about the new Warzone experience. We're affectionately calling it Warzone 2.0. There will be a standalone experience of Warzone for current existing players as well. So we're going to sort of feed the entire community there. But all eyes on the 28th. And again, I think the collaboration's just been incredible. Everybody's so excited for Task Force 141. Warzone coming to mobile as well for players on the go. We're on Steam, as you know. I mean, so it's just a big moment, and there's going to be a lot more to come in the months to follow.
Well, before we leave, we got to ask a little bit about Warzone 2. I know we just, we're showing gameplay here on this, but can you tell us anything? It seems like there was a little bit of a tease maybe in the trailer yesterday.
Yeah, when we're seeing that from the community, we love when the fans can pick up some things, some chatter about maybe seeing high-rise and other elements, but we will get into the details of Warzone 2.0 for sure. It will be an extension of the Modern Warfare 2 universe, so all the more reason why we think this game, this moment, is such an important title for all of us looking ahead. And like we said, we're having a bold vision around the entire future for the franchise, so we're in position. We're really excited.
All right, well, we're looking forward to October. Thanks so much for giving us a first look at the gameplay. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. Thanks, Johanna and Jeff. All right, well, we've got lots more Summer Game Fest still to go, and now it's time to announce a classic PC gaming franchise is coming back with a sequel over 30 years after its first release.
Oh.
I loved this game when I was growing up, so I'm honored to share this very first look.
World premiere? Question mark?
I can't say I ever played the original of that. How about you, John?
Yeah, no. Definitely not. Doesn't even look familiar. Let's just put it that way.
All right, let's turn back
speechless.
time. Back in 2017,
Don't even know what to say.
we announced Witchfire at the Game Awards. Almost 5 years later, I am so excited that the team at the Astronauts in Poland has put together an in-depth look at the gameplay of this dark fantasy first-person shooter, which will enter early access soon. I am so excited to play this, and I bet you will be too after you see this.
World premiere.
I really don't know much about this game, but the combat looks very intriguing so far.
Yeah, it looks badass. I love this. tell you right now, my graphics card would not be able to handle this game.
Yeah, your Series X would, but your PC definitely not.
Come on, 980.
Yeah, I mean, this is very interesting. It's very gun heavy, but also very like spell heavy from what we've seen so far. Not really too much in terms of melee weapons, but overall, I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm very curious to learn more about this one.
Fire. That looks badass. I like it. Looked really good.
Next up comes an ambitious new game from a new independent studio in Europe, starring some very familiar names. Enjoy this world premiere new game announcement.
Did he say world premiere?
Officer Taylor, Medlog 29. Today, I can't believe what I saw.
Solace, everything okay in there?
Something is going on here. And I need to find out what it is.
That's something brand new, and look who it is. Troy and Roger in person. Guys, this is so fun, the fact that you're working on a game together. What a cool team up. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
I got to ask you guys, who are your characters in this game?
Well, I get to play a character named Wyatt Taylor, who's a medical officer who's stationed at this base, Fort Solace. And it's the epicenter of this mystery that we'll discover and uncover as we go through the game. And of course, my character will be at times in opposition with Roger's character.
The battle we've been waiting to see.
Every once in a yeah. Oh, man, we can't wait to show you what we've been working on. And by the way, Jeff, this looks awesome, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
so great to be here. Thanks for having us.
It's so great that you're in another game. I mean, it's feeling like this is your first game since Red Dead 2.
One of the first major ones for a while. And I play a character by the name of Jack Leary. He's a maintenance engineer on a remote Martian mining post.
Okay.
His job is to make sure that none of the equipment breaks down while it's on their graveyard shift. The graveyard shift meaning Mars and Earth are really far apart from each other and their orbits around the sun. So help is not a simple call away.
I got to ask, I think a lot of people will see this thing and they'll probably wonder, it's a new team, right? Independent studio in Europe that's making this, but with huge production values. I'm curious, how did you guys get attached to this? Tell us a bit about the background.
I will say that 2020 to me was the most impactful year for games. It was the first, obviously we had this unprecedented event with the pandemic and that forced the way that we looked at everything as a society, but also the way this industry functioned. But it was also brand new consoles. We had more tools that were being made available that were leveling the playing field between the AAA studios and the indie studios or the AAA studios. And so, just like anybody else, we got reached out. James Tinsdale with this brand new studio said, we'd like for you to consider being a part of this game. And he walked me through a very brief description of what the experience was going to be like. And in the very beginning, he said, we want this to feel, it's a tight thriller. We want it to feel like Dead Space meets Duncan Jones' Moon. And I was like, sign me up. I'm into that, absolutely.
And full performance capture and everything.
Ah,
right?
yeah.
Absolutely. New studio, brand new energy, and of course, I get to work with one of the best of the business.
And me.
I get the privilege
Who's the other
of getting to see this guy and watch him in action. I love to work, and I love the challenges and all the new innovations that this medium provides to performers. We can't wait to show you what we've been working on. I think it's going to knock
I guess
your
I've
socks
seen
off.
some of the behind the scenes and the performance capture, Unreal Engine 5. I mean, it looks absolutely phenomenal. Can you give us a hint about the gameplay? Like, what are we going to do in this game?
Yeah, the verbs are always important. So we're going to let the game speak for itself. We'll be showing you more later on. But this is a game where you as the player, you're going to be exploring, you're going to be discovering. Like we said, it's a very tight thriller. So you're moving very fast-paced through this world. There'll be multiple locations, multiple ways for you to traverse, which we're excited to show you about. And then the narrative is a huge element to this. They didn't waste any resources on the performance for sure. I got to tell one quick story, if I can. It was one of our favorite moments. There is a lot of action in this game, and that was at the forefront of this. And to speak to the performance capture aspect, we brought in an incredible, I got to give him a shout out to Nathaniel, our stunt coordinator, who walked us through and really approached this in a completely different way than anything I've ever done before. And he says, I want to know the story of this fight. And so Roger and I sat down. We said, these are who our characters are. And he goes, give me 1 hour and I will come back to you with the story of this fight. And after an hour, he comes to us and he goes, it was like a recovery program. It was 12 steps. And he walked us through this incredible fight. And about halfway through, I started tuning him out. And I was like, hey, man, I just want to let you know I've got no ego about this, but I can do a lot of things, but I can't do this. And he grabbed me by my shoulders and he says, oh, you can. You will. And it's going to be glorious.
And we did.
And we
it's
did.
like a dance. There was a lot of trust, and it worked out.
Yeah, I mean,
we're
big,
excited
big
about it,
stunts. I mean, this is so cool to see. It's an independent studio doing this, teaming up with you guys. We can't wait to see more. Troy, Roger, thanks for joining us here.
Happy to be here.
Summer Game
Thank
Fest.
you.
All right, appreciate it very much, guys. All right, well, next up, keeping up with the space theme, it's time to world premiere a very exciting new game, which will feature a musical score by industry legend Mick Gordon. This one is going to grab you, and we are so honored to debut it.
It's going to grab us, Joey. It's like an AI gone wild trying to kill the player.
Look great? That was routine coming to Xbox.
I mean, we needed
and
another
PC.
space
It was
horror
first
game,
announced
right?
A decade ago, and is now officially back. I can't wait to see more.
Poutine.
Now it's time to check in with a very special guest who's been in his fair share of video games, including most recently Fortnite as the foundation.
Ooh,
Dwayne
Fortnite. Thanks for
Johnson,
tuning in,
welcome
everyone.
to
We'll catch you
Summer
next
Game
time.
Fest. How are you?
What's up, everybody? And what's up, Jeff? And what is up to the Summer Game Fest audiences live streaming right now around the world?
The Rock is like line.
And everybody inside the epic IMAX theaters. Dwayne Johnson here, coming at you from my Iron Paradise, the very hot and sweaty and smelly Iron Paradise, powered by, of course, Zoa Energy, the #1 fastest growing energy drink in the game.
That The Rock
you guys
owns.
know me by a lot of nicknames. The Rock, La Roca in Spanish, Uncle Handsome, sexiest man alive, big drink energy. Always room for a cheesy joke. There's always room for the extra large cheese pizza, especially when I'm delivering, and I deliver them often. You guys also know me as the greatest and most electrifying surprise in gaming that happened. You know me as the Foundation. And I got to tell you guys, number one, thank you so much for the crazy response of me becoming the Foundation, but also I got to say that, I've had such a pleasure working with Epic Games and the teams over there, and we cannot wait to show you what we have in store for the future. And speaking of the future, in the future, you will also know me as Black Adam. Black Adam, as millions of you know around the world who know the Black Adam mythology, he is ruthless, he is unstoppable. And for those who don't, I always like to say a quick tutorial is this. Black Adam has the powers of Superman, but the only difference, well, there's a few differences, but one of the biggest differences is Superman's weakness is magic, and Black Adam's, one of his superpowers is magic. So you do the math. October 21st, I cannot wait for you guys to see Black Adam around the world in theaters only. And you guys will finally see the hierarchy of power in the DC universe change. It has been an honor to become Black Adam, and it is a role that's in my DNA and that I was born to play. I was born to play the Man in Black, and I'm honored to show it to you guys on October 21st. So until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay focused, keep having fun, keep kicking ass, enjoy your gaming, and I'll see you down the road. This is Black Adam.
Black Adam, what have your powers ever given to you? Nothing but heartache.
I was a slave until I died. Then I was reborn a god. Now, I kneel before no one.
You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior. That's up to you.
Behind you! Did he just catch a rocket? He got a rocket. All black anything. You know my French culture.
Did he just catch a rocket? Yeah, I'm excited for that movie. I think it's going to be good. The Rock usually does pretty good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he carries the action profile pretty darn well. As you can see, he was mid-workout there, John, too. So exciting stuff there. For those who have not played it, I believe this is Outriders being shown now. Their new World Slayer or something like that expansion. Like a good old Nintendo Switch ad placed right in the middle.
Right? Thanks, Nintendo. How about you fund your esports programs now?
Hey. And this should be the new Fall Guys season. Going back to season 1, we have a really good article that Walker TN wrote over at otnmedia.org on this one. They're pretty much resetting everything, giving a few little tricks to veterans over there, but also changing the way Fall Guys works and making it fully crossplay as well. Now, rumor is, with that going back to season 1, Tim the Tap Man also loses his crown. We'll see if he can get it back with the new season.
That was so fun to see Courage and Ray in that Fall Guys piece, and you can play and download Fall Guys for free starting June 21st across all platforms, including Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. All right, back to another new game announcement. We're going to announce a brand new game and universe from a new
And
team
this should
of
be Frost
legendary
Giants game.
developers. Check this out.
Uh-oh. Frost Giant Studios.
Discovery, this is Command. Storm's in your way. Prepare for extraction.
Signal's breaking up. Command, I'll do one last scan. See you soon. Over. Okay, hurry.
Sound effects sounds like a Protoss probe droid.
Loki was probably the people who designed that actual noise.
Right?
You're onto something. I have it, Command. Repeat, I have it. Mission accomplished.
Not so fast.
Hang tight, Doc. I've got this.
Glad you could make it.
We gotta move. Now. There's a storm coming. And hell's coming with it.
And if you guys couldn't tell, there are plenty of influences in there from StarCraft and Warcraft. A lot of the developers from Blizzard Entertainment previously moving over here and creating Frost Giant Studios. John, I always love a good RTS game, and I'm excited to see what Stormgate brings to the table.
Yeah, it honestly looks like the Terra and the Protoss and the Zerg
There you
all
have it,
evolved.
Tim, congratulations.
It's Stormgate here a little bit.
Is real. We have a name and some details. So first of all, congratulations on this announcement. We're so excited about the return of RTS, brand new franchise. What is a Stormgate, though?
All right, so Stormgates are portals that open during a massive solar storm.
And PlayStormgate.com has already crashed, so I would say it's been received pretty well, guys.
And we saw some hints of some. I mean, you guys coming from Blizzard and StarCraft, everyone wants to know about races. Tell us about the sides in this RTS game.
Yeah, we're unveiling our first 2 factions today, but there will be more. So the Human Resistance, and we saw an archaeologist from the Human Resistance in that intro cinematic, and then also the Infernal Hosts, who are these demon-like monsters who come from another world.
I think one thing everyone wants to know about, especially your background pedigree of the team, of where do you want to push the RTS genre? It's something we've all loved for decades, but opportunity for a lot of innovation. I know you're going to show us, I think, some hints of where you're going to go image-wise with the actual gameplay made in Unreal Engine. But any sense of what you want to do for the gameplay in this game?
Absolutely. But the first thing I want to say is we are very consciously trying to stay true to what players already love about RTS. Where we're really trying to push the genre and be innovative. First off, approachability. For one thing, we're free to play, but no pay to win, no NFTs, nothing like that.
No
NFTs?
NFTs?
Lower that barrier to entry to get players in. But we're also really trying to be a lot more social. So you'll be able to play the campaign cooperatively. We've got 3-player open-ended co-op, and we've even got 3 versus 3 for competitive multiplayer. But of course, we've also still got 1v1 competitive.
And as a little surprise, I think we've got some first kind of work-in-progress images from the game, right?
Yeah, these are still very much being worked on, but some shots of actual assets that we're building in Unreal Engine 5.
Wow, well, I love it. 2023, you said, for the beta, so people can sign up now, get ready, and I'm just so thrilled that there is a brand new RTS franchise coming from you guys and your background and what you did, at Blizzard and StarCraft. We're so excited about this team, Frost Giant. Thank you so much for giving us your announcement today on Summer Game Fest.
Thank you so much for having us here. Really grateful.
Awesome. All right, Frost Giant, Stormgate, keep an eye out for it. Now it's time for another indie game announcement that I'm excited to share with you. High Water. Check this one out.
Good morning, High Water dwellers. High Water Pirate Radio, keeping you in the know with our flow. Alphaville authorities continue to deny false rumors that Alphaville elites are planning to evacuate to Mars. True or not, the one thing we can't deny is that the world ended on a sunny day.
This is definitely an interesting start.
With the weirdest music, definitely goes to this one so far. If the name of this game is not The World Ended on a Sunny Day, I'm going to be very upset.
It's very possible, Walker. I mean, a lot of people, there's the Xbox or ID at Xbox and Twitch gaming showcase recently. Sony held one as well for indie games. Nintendo always slips indies in as well. So it's very possible you've seen it before. I don't think we've heard this music. I think this is unforgettable, the way that trailer just came across.
They need to change the name of it real quick. The World Ended on a Sunny Day. Do it now.
I did really like the art style, though. It was different. It was unique.
High Water is an adventure strategy game set in a world ravaged by extreme climate change. Now, speaking of the world around us, the conflict in Ukraine is not far from anyone's mind, and it's impacted the development of games, including Replaced from Sad Cat Studios, a Belarusian studio with devs from Belarus and Ukraine. The team had long hoped to reveal a new trailer here today, but were understandably unable to complete it in time. Guys, I just want to say we're thinking of you and all the developers impacted by the conflict and hope to be able to share your work at a future show.
Call it what it is. It's an invasion,
our
Jeff.
next game is an official selection of the Tribeca Games Festival. It's American Arcadia, where you play Trevor, whose life is being televised with the viewing population constantly voting you up or down. When you become unpopular, you need to start running for your life. Check this out.
Oh, out of the blue.
Picture a city where technology and science go hand in hand with fun and entertainment.
My grandfather, Elijah Walton, had a dream to build the city of tomorrow. That dream is now a reality, and that city is Arcadia.
This is like another Sim City.
A 43 square mile metropolis.
It almost sounds a little bit
where
like the
each
Truman
and
Show, the
every
way they're kind of
citizen
describing it, I feel
enjoys
like.
a life of luxury and comfort. Broadcast live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on every digital platform. American Arcadia. Control. Subject on the run on camera 4025. Interrupt broadcast immediately.
Has some WandaVision vibes to it too when everything goes off the rails, right?
Listen to me. We
Very
can't allow
utopian.
Trevor Hills to escape under any circumstances.
Trevor. Trevor, can you hear me? Be careful and don't make a sound.
So I don't know much about this game, but Out of the Blue and Raw Fury are the developers behind Call of the Sea. If you guys ever played that, phenomenal puzzle game, really cool indie that came out, I believe December 2020 or 2021. It was 2020, definitely 2020. Go check that one out if you haven't already. Amazing game. So that I'm not the most intrigued by this one, but because of playing that game, I'm definitely more interested.
You don't want to get bitten. After many years of rumors, we finally get an update on this much anticipated sequel.
Man just sniffed his armpit. Goat Sim 3? Are you serious? What?
There you have it. That was Goat Simulator 3, and it's coming later this year to the Epic Games Store.
I didn't realize there were already two.
Right? Marvel's Midnight Suns, a tactical RPG from Firaxis Games, the studio behind XCOM and Civilizations. Heroes from the Avengers and X-Men crossover with supernatural ones like Blade and Ghost Rider for a battle against Lilith, the mother of demons. Today, we've got to look at some new folks set to join the battle.
This world has no hope under your watch.
I like the music choice here.
Surrender your pain to me, and I will make you whole once more. There, my sweet child. Mother won't hurt you.
Typical Parker luck. I'm gonna need some backup.
Spidey.
Okay, it's driving me slightly crazy that they're still not showing people gameplay of this. It's a strategy game, guys, so it's not action adventure, just to make that very clear, because people are very confused on that front. It's more like a tactics game.
That used to always work. Well, it did that one time.
That was Midnight Suns, and now we're moving on to the wonderful world of Cuphead, the delicious last course. And can you believe it? We're only a couple weeks away from playing the delicious last course DLC. You see how they did that for Cuphead? Joining me now is Maya Moldenhauer from Studio MDHR. So first of all, Maya, it's really coming?
It's really coming June 30th on all major platforms. We are thrilled.
Well, I'm so thrilled, too, that I think all the fans can't believe that this is here. And I've been lucky enough to play this actually on my Steam Deck last week, and you guys gave me a copy. I can't. People are not going to be ready for how amazing this looks and the background.
Like how he dropped the fact that he played it on a Steam Deck already.
Obviously, the gameplay, it's difficult, as we would expect, but the visual look, you guys have taken it even to the next level, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah, we absolutely did. I couldn't pinpoint one thing that we're proud of in this because we really honed our craft, took everything to the next level from animation, the backgrounds, the music, gameplay design, and of course our new playable character, Miss Chalice. I'm very proud of her.
Chalice is fun to play as, and even though this is a DLC, it feels like it's its own game inside of Cuphead in many ways.
It is, definitely.
Yeah, you just get on the island, and there you are off to this new new territory, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's our biggest island yet, super-sized bosses, lots of secrets to discover. Don't let any rock go unturned.
Yes, and lots of challenge ahead. Well, I know you brought. I know you don't want people to necessarily have too much spoiled about the game, but you brought a little something for people.
A little something, yeah. It's
and Chalice is awesome. You can find her debut in the Netflix Cuphead show as well.
In an icy arena, and features some of my personal favorite attacks and transformations. We hope everyone enjoys it.
All right, let's check it out. Cuphead, the delicious last course. Thanks, Mile.
We're going to take Joey's face cam off so he doesn't rage on stream here.
This is one of the few games I cannot 100% of my life depended on it. It's so hard. For the record, this is making it look a lot easier than this game plays. Just want to be clear on that.
This is just the tutorial.
But yeah, bosses go through like different phases. The environment's changing, as you guys can see. There's specials, there's abilities like little guns and projectiles you can unlock and customize the way your character plays things out. There's parrying. It's a very interesting game. Lots of cool concepts. Kind of back to that art style we were talking about earlier, John, that like classic Disney / Mickey Mouse style.
Now, if you want even more Cuphead, and who doesn't, tomorrow we will show you an exclusive
Joey wants
look
more Cuphead.
at season 2 of the Cuphead
I will
show.
probably buy that, not going to lie. So again, June 30th on that one, dropping every platform, guys. PC, via Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
And that's not all.
Yeah, make sure you follow Joey on social media so you can see him rage about the expansion that he won't be able to beat.
I am 8-bit and Double Fine.
Or watch him live on Twitch if he ever streams again.
To marketing. Tomorrow, after Geek Week, there is the Epic Games Store Showcase at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, with news on Rocket League and the Tribeca Games Showcase. And Sunday, don't miss the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase with a look at the future of Xbox and Game Pass. Now we have some exciting news for Nintendo Switch and PC fans about Neon White, a game where you play an assassin from hell who slays demons for the chance to ascend to heaven.
We're called neons. Sinners plucked from hell to do God's dirty work. But I'm finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
Got 10 days here. New day, new mission from Almighty.
You think you can win me over by showering me with
Podolek, there might be one or two other games that might pique your interest. I don't know if they'll show up on Sunday or not, but they're definitely down your alley.
We've shown you lots of games today made by huge teams. Now it's time for a game made by a single father in Poland. Over the past year, he's brought on some help to bring his vision for a fast-paced action game, Midnight Fight Express, to life. Let's take a look.
This was one of the games on my list of indies to look out for. This is a really cool game, as Jeff said, single game developer, really cool art style as well.
Get knocked down, get up again, that whole spiel. Well, it's time, partner. Time to rise up. Together. It's happening. The big guy's actually going through with it. While I sat at his side, seeing lives as dollar signs, had the stink of corruption all over me. You know who put it there? Nah, not him. Me. Well, I ain't wearing it anymore, and neither are you. Tonight, we wash this whole damn city down.
Oh, I didn't know some of those credits. That's interesting.
Such a cool game, and I'm happy to announce that a PC demo of this game is going live right now.
That's cool.
on
Combat
Steam.
designer from God of War,
Next
co-writer
Fest
from Destiny
next
2.
Week. I really
Pretty
want
sweet.
more playable games to get in the hands of you guys at home, and that's one of them. Check it out. All right, joining me now is Megan from Digital Extremes to talk all things Warframe. Megan, how you doing?
I'm so good. My fellow Canadian.
I know. We got a lot. It just happened.
Too much Canadian bonding going on here. We can't have that.
We do. Well, we have a great connection. We've also done a lot with Warframe over the years, and I know right now anyone
Yes, the
watching
demo
on
is now
Twitch
live
for
on
more
Steam,
than 30
I
minutes,
believe.
this show is going to get a special Twitch.
Yeah, demo is live now,
I'm
and there will be
seeing
more
people
demos coming
getting
next
it,
week
so
with
it's very
Steam Next
exciting.
Fest.
She's right there, loud and proud. Protea, 30 minutes for watching. Thank you for letting us kind of take over your special events category, but she is there and she is for you if you are properly linked up.
No, Warframe, you know.
And it sounds like Twitch drops have been having some issues again this year, so they might come a little bit later. That's what happened with the Among Us one last year. So we'll see if it pops up for those who play Warframe. It should just be a little bit of a delay on that one.
Well, I can't tell too much, but yeah, July 16th, 2022. It's a digital event again this year. Today, actually, we just launched the digital items for it, so you can get some in-game goodies, some really cool cosmetics, some merch, all that really great stuff went live today. But of course, the reason I'm here is to, you know, kind of debut. We have our Tenno Live during TennoCon, which is our big reveal of the night, and we usually do a little bit of a gameplay, a little bit of a demo, and I think a lot of people can suspect what it might be, but I'm here to kind of confirm what it is that Tenno Live is going to show.
And what is that?
Can I say it?
Yes, I think you can.
Okay, you're going to get your first look at the Deviri Paradox.
Finally.
Finally, I know it's been a couple of years, but Deviri Paradox is going to be what Tenno Live is all about, and I'm so happy. The team worked really hard on the teaser you're about to see for it, and I'm just really proud and excited to show it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here on Summer Game Fest. Let's take a look at that right now.
My child, my friend, what was done is done. New dangers, new choices await us now. For now, dream of who we were and of who we have become.
next, it's time for a new look at Honkai Star Rail, an upcoming open-world space RPG. Yeah, a lot of space today from Genshin Impact studio Hoyoverse across mobile and PC. This studio continues to deliver, and this new trailer reveals for the very first time a new and exotic realm players will be able to explore.
And MiHoYo is known for really popular mobile games, especially in Asia. Honkai Impact 3, Genshin Impact, many of you guys I'm sure have heard of. So this should be another big hit on mobile, and this one has some more turn-based elements to it as well.
Listen, you are in a daze right now. You don't know who you are, why you're here. None of that matters. In the near future, you will encounter many perils. You will meet companions who treat you like family and embark on unimaginable adventures. Remember what you feel in this moment. As long as you know in your heart where you're heading, you will.
And for those curious, yes, it is a gacha game, so there will be gacha elements, the good old gambling of trying to get characters out of packs and such. I don't know exactly how this game's going to play out, but there definitely will be gacha stuff involved.
I have wine to soothe the souls of honored guests. Welcome aboard the Cienjo La Fool.
And that's not all from Hoyoverse. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to
It looks pretty
Zenless
cool,
Zone
not gonna
Zero,
lie.
their
I'm a
next
good
major
fan
new
of some
IP.
anime games here and
It's
there.
a
I'm not a big
futuristic
gacha guy,
urban
but I
action
definitely
game.
might
I have
check
to
it
say,
out
I'm
when it does
blown
drop.
away by what I've seen so far. It was announced a couple weeks ago, and it has the detail of Genshin Impact with a fast-paced action style. Here is the world premiere of a brand new look at Zenless's notable characters, armed enemies, and world of danger.
And this to me kind of makes me think Genshin Impact almost meets like a Nier Automata style of blade battling. I kind of like the look of it. Some really cool graphics. Again, it's that anime style that we've seen in a number of games before, but also hitting on that popularity of Genshin Impact and Honkai Impact as well. Zenless Zone Zero.
One of my favorite reveals last year was TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which reminds us all of the Turtles arcade games back in the day. Well, it's nearing the end of development, and the team wanted to use SGF as a way to reveal one exciting aspect of the game they've been keeping under wraps until now.
Ooh, hiding in the shell, as they say. John, will you be coming out of your shell to play some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge later this year?
Yeah, it definitely has that classic arcade feel to it. It reminds me a lot of like the early Sega Genesis games that came out also. It looks a lot of fun. Like those were style games that were very, very popular and have great replayability. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
And I think they just slid that in there, but it looks like it is dropping day one on Game Pass. I don't think that was announced before. Never heard of that game. Super People, Final Beta. Humankind is a game I tried. I was not the biggest fan. Some people swear by it. It's very Civilization-like. Almost like Civilization meets Age of Empires, somewhere in between those two games. And it looks like they're adding quite a few new, I don't even know what they're called. Eras? Civilizations? Not sure what they're called in that game.
How far will you push humankind?
Push him right off the ledge.
You're off camera, but did you just make a growl? Was that a growl with a little like paw flip? What was that going on?
Oh, didn't make any noise whatsoever, Joey. It's all in your head.
One Piece is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and Bandai Namco
Yes.
is bringing the mega popular franchise
Yes,
back
Shiny
to video
Ford,
games
how can I help
with
you?
One Piece Odyssey. Monkey D. Luffy and his crew of pirates are off on their next adventure. This trailer reveals the setting, a mysterious island where Luffy and his Straw Hat crew become marooned in this exciting upcoming JRPG.
The Straw Hat Pirates journeying along the Grand Line.
Okay, guys, I have 5 games on my list that should still be shown after this one, so we still have quite a bit left to go. We're nearing that 90-minute mark, but it shouldn't be too much longer after that.
行ってみよう。ちょっと待ってるし。変な形の積乱雲がすごい速度で増えてる。こいつノックアップストリームだ。なんだありゃ。おい、落ちるぞ。任せろ。クードバースト。いけ。立て直すわよ。させるかよ。そごり。雲を抜けたぞ。
Filled with new encounters and hidden mysteries.
unravel the adventure that awaits. In an odyssey beyond imagination. One Piece Odyssey.
ここはあなたたちの記憶をもとに作られた世界よ。
This August, Soul Hackers 2 from Atlas launches, and we've got your first listen to the English voice cast with this quick new look.
Ringo.
Interesting thing about this game, I believe this is the first game published by Atlas on Xbox consoles in the last like 7 years or something. So just an interesting little fun fact about that one.
Take my hand. You get one more chance to make things right. So that's our mission then. Save the world.
With so many new games featured across SGF events, you might be wondering how to plan for your summer gaming dreams. NerdWallet can help you find the smartest credit card to reward your gaming purchases at nerdwallet.com.
The Epic Mega Sale is going on right now. Save up to 75% off top PC titles with an additional 25% off eligible products. And it wouldn't be the Mega Sale without the free games vault, featuring Maneater. Be sure to claim your copy before the sale ends on
And
June
this Epic
16th.
Mega Sale is only going to last about another week, guys. So if you are into the Epic Store playing on PC, it's definitely worth taking a look at. Maneater, again, is the new free game this week. We had it announced on Discord a little bit ago. Lots of games on sale, though. If you guys are shopping on Epic, definitely worth checking it out. I think it ends on the 16th.
You nuts?
And that is a sick look at the new, it's going to be an Xbox Cloud gaming app. I don't know exactly know what its name's going to be, built into Samsung TVs. It will be coming to more TVs later, but there is currently a partnership in place there, so only Samsung, at least for this year.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna get hit with the unexpected in Mario Strikers Battle League. In this no-holds-barred, soccer-ish sport, chaos reigns supreme. So prepare to do whatever it takes to claim victory. So much fun, it hurts. Mario Strikers Battle League, only on Nintendo Switch. Game rated everyone 10 and up.
Hi, my name is Carl and I'm a developer on Metal Hellsinger. You know how in some games where the music's really good, you feel compelled to move and shoot to the beat? But what if you had to? In Metal, the better you are at slaying to the beat, the more intense everything gets. And
Oh, this game is absolutely insane, guys. It's really cool.
From System of a Down. So while headbanging isn't mandatory, we do recommend it. Our demo is live now on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation platforms, so go check it out and slay to the beat.
Yeah, it's a really cool take there on the real beat genre, kind of switching things up, giving it a little bit of a heavy metal aspect, and some nice gun combat. It feels kind of Doom-esque, I would say, along with it.
Xbox and PlayStation for you to play for free. Next up, a new game launches tomorrow, The Quarry from Supermassive Games. This spiritual successor to Until Dawn stars David Arquette and an all-star cast. It's getting great reviews, and this is one of those binge-worthy teen horror entertainment experiences where your every choice shapes your story and determines who lives and who dies at a camp in upstate New York. Here's the first look at the launch trailer.
Family is the most important thing in the world. But if your whole family, you know, like every last one of them decided to jump down the bottom of a well and they're all just hanging on the end of a rope, how can one person be expected to pull them all back out? You can't. So you pull on that rope and you're just gonna fall right down to the bottom of the well with the rest of them. And what's the point of that?
What? There is a lot more to this than you realize.
Like what?
Kidnapping, murder, cover-ups. I think the whole Hackett family is in on it.
You have no idea what's going on here. Not a goddamn clue. All right, let's do this.
Who should I call?
911.
You mean 911? Who says 911?
Goodbye, cruel world.
We gotta get out. I'm gonna enjoy watching you die.
This isn't a ghost story. It's a creature feature. It's really happening, and you're all in it.
This is gonna get a little messy.
Them's the rules, you noob.
Back at the Game Awards, we were proud to reveal Nightingale, a shared world survival crafting game from Inflection Games.
And The Quarry's pulling in pretty good ratings so far, right around a high 70, low 80 from what I've seen so far. It looks pretty cool. This next one, Nightingale, also very cool, a survival crafting style game.
In its procedural realms. Here is your exclusive new look.
You're alone in the realms, I'm afraid. The portals are a mess. Not even sure if Nightingale made it. Given how fragile you humans are, I'd say that staying fed, dry, and rested should be your priority. If the portal arch is inactive, you'll need to make realm cards from rare resources. Once you have realm cards, you can activate the portal. Beware though. Foul things lurk in the interrealmic void, waiting to get in. Be ready with your axe pick.
John, we were talking about it recently, just like exploring in games, especially like alien type of games or different environments and biomes. And I feel like this one from this realm system seems like it delivers a whole bunch, not only in the environment around you, but also the creatures and everything as well.
If these shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended.
Spooky.
Yeah, I don't remember who bought them, but I think someone just bought them. I think it was like Netflix or Nexon or someone like that. But definitely wanted to keep an eye out for that. Looks like it could be a nice indie hit coming through.
Boss Factory demo across PC and console, which lets you design and set up your character. And since it's Saints Row, you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this one. Check it out.
guys.
You gotta do something to capture people's attention. So what do we build next?
Me.
We are so good
at this.
Which fool wanna challenge me? Got a pack on your back with a strap, can't relax, cause you know there's no guarantee. I ain't never guessed that's a fact, don't react to the test of the mass and the cavalry. Stay correct with your majesty, savage, never kneel, never have defeat.
Looks like lots of customization options from your character to your vehicles. I'm sure guns and everything also have plenty of customization to go along with it. Saints Row, John, making a comeback here once again.
As someone who spends way too much time customizing their characters in whatever game they're playing, this is a nightmare. Do not give me all these options. I will spend days, weeks, months designing my character. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is great, this is fantastic, but I will never get to experience what this game is like because I will be too busy creating my character.
They're opening. I was going to say, they're going to hope Daddy P opens his wallet, too, depending if some of these are locked behind microtransactions.
Oh, my God.
I'm not 100% sure if they're all free or if there are a store purchase element involved here as well. Pretty boss factory.
Next, we've got an exclusive first look at extended gameplay of Warhammer 40k Darktide, Fat Shark's follow-up to the critically acclaimed Vermintide series. Darktide promises intense 4-player co-op action and terrifying enemy hordes to team up against. And it's out on September 13th for PC, on Steam, and exclusively on console on Xbox.
Manufacturer MHL 1736 is heading towards a power systems failure thanks to a bit of heretic sabotage. So you're going to restore the coolant and hopefully save the day. Get in, access the operations array, and use the cryonic rods to flush the system. Preferably before something explodes. Head on through the ventilation tunnels and look for an access point.
This way! Move it!
Set your data interrogators. If all goes well, we can unlock the system, prime the rods, and send them where they're needed. That's the first part done. Get to the base of the Matrix spire and put those cryonic rods to work.
So in case you guys still had space games with horror elements left on your bingo cards after the first 5, you get a new one here. A lot of gruesome play here, some spell abilities, plenty of physical, really weapons as well as fist mechanics involved with the Warhammer series. And as Jeff said, it is console exclusive to Xbox. It will be on Game Pass Day 1 as well.
Bloober Team is known for psychological horror games like Blair Witch and The Medium. Today, they are ready to reveal their latest creation made completely in Unreal Engine 5 for a visceral horror experience. It's a return to the world of Layers of Fears. Get a dose of this.
More spooky games.
This one's going to be Layers of Fear.
Someone once said insanity runs in our family.
It does.
Let it run. They say it's a tale of sadness and guilt of an artist trapped in a place beyond redemption. It's a lie. This is a story of my fear, pain, and hatred, of the horror of my loneliness. And it is mine to tell.
Now I see it. All this misery, all this suffering. There was no other way.
Sketch.
Shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have.
An empty shell cannot live forever. It cannot live at all.
I was trapped in this house, bound by this body. Now, I break free.
This October, Gotham Knights arrives. Batman is dead, and it's up to the Batman family, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin, to protect Gotham. To give us an exclusive new look, let's head to Montreal to hear from executive producer Fleur Marty.
Batman.
Hello and warm welcome from WB Games Montreal. I'm Fleur Marty. I'm the executive producer on Gotham Knights.
I'm excited for this one. It did
Today,
get a lot of
we are
critique on the
thrilled to
initial
share
gameplay
more
that was
with you
shown, but I'm
on one
hoping
of
it
our
redeems
beloved
itself today.
knights, Nightwing. This showcase is the first in our character series, and we're really looking forward to share more with you as we continue working towards our launch on October 25th. So I hope you enjoy the show and stay tuned.
I had nothing. And then this city became my home. Its people became my family. Gotham gave me everything. It deserves to feel safe. No matter how hard we try, there's always more to do. And now, it's up to me.
Got time for a dance, Nightwing?
I got this, Bruce.
That was Gotham Knights, and now we welcome, oh, look who it is, Neil Druckmann from Naughty Dog, co-president of Naughty Dog. Great to have you with us, Neil. It's been an eventful day on the internet for Naughty Dog fans, and
I think we jinxed ourselves. We were joking about last night, like,
I wonder what this could be, guys.
Lo and behold, that's what happened.
Well, the good news is
In case anyone's wondering, in Gotham Knights, that version of Robin
first of all,
is
it
the
is
Tim
a,
Drake
it's a big
version
month,
of
actually,
Robin.
for Last of Us fans, because Last of Us 1 and 2 both launched in June, and it's nearing its 2-year anniversary for Last of Us Part 2, which is hard to believe.
Yeah, it's crazy. 9 years for Last of Us 1, 2 years for Last of Us Part 2, and we still hear from fans. They're still sending us letters and art, and these characters and this journey and this world means so much to them. and it's just been kind of amazing. Like Last of Us Part 2 early this year passed a pretty big milestone. It sold over 10 million units. And that kind of support, that kind of success, we're so grateful to our fans. It has allowed us to grow as a studio, and now we can take on multiple projects, more than we've ever had at the same time.
Multiple projects. Okay, very interesting. So what can Last of Us fans expect in the future from you?
Thank you for asking, Jeff.
Yes.
So one of the things we've mentioned a while back is what started out as a multiplayer mode has evolved due to the team's ambition. They really wanted to do something beyond what we've ever done before at Naughty Dog. And we felt the way to do it justice is to make it a standalone title. And they've been working on it for the past 2 years. Ambition has grown, and we're not quite ready to fully unveil it, but we're ready to lift the curtain a little bit and just give you like an update of where we're at.
Okay, well, what can you tell us about this new standalone multiplayer game?
Yeah, so we have a concept art that we want to show.
Okay.
But what I can tell you is that this game is big.
Okay.
It's as big as any of our single-player games that we've done, and in some ways bigger. It's got a story. The way we're telling that story is very unique to this game. It's got a brand new cast of characters. It takes place at another place, another part of the United States.
It's like a city might be somewhat familiar to some people.
I'm sure our fans have already figured it out. And it's really cool. And it's being headed by Vinith Agarwal, Anthony Newman, and Joe Padnatti, all veterans of Uncharted and Last of Us. And you're going to see a lot more of this game come next year.
Next year, so wait till next year to hear more about that one. Okay, well, very exciting that this has evolved, and I mean, that concept art.
Oh, I guess I can say this out loud. So, guys, this is Tilu 2 Factions. It was supposed to launch in June 2020. It got delayed, then they retooled it. It's now a full-fledged game.
Okay.
For those asking what type of game style it is, if you guys have played Tarkov, whatever I can't think of the first part, Call of Tarkov, whatever it's called, it's going to play more similarly to that.
Yeah, so for the past year, we've teamed up with Craig Mazin of Chernobyl fame and HBO to adapt The Last of Us into a TV show. They've been filming, and it's pretty incredible. The stuff I'm getting back, when we're looking at back at Naughty Dog, we can't help but feel emotional, because not only is it so good and the quality is so high, it's so authentic to what we've made in the game. I just can't. I couldn't be proud of, like, again, Craig and that whole crew and everybody that's up there. And their last day of filming is tomorrow. So
the entire series, last day of filming is tomorrow.
Last day of filming is tomorrow. Craig is up there right now, kind of wrapping it all up. So it's pretty close. It's closer than you might think.
And you actually got to direct one of the episodes?
Yes, I think that really speaks to the kind of collaboration and trust that exists between Naughty Dog and HBO. They invited me to direct one of the episodes. I think we have an image from the episode I actually directed.
Ooh, okay. So we could first look. Let's take.
So you could see this is a certain.
And I might be getting my strings crossed, but I believe this is the actor behind The Mandalorian that plays. Yeah, there you go. Pedro Pascal.
Directing them and seeing them do all the other episodes, they've thrown.
What's Mando doing in this?
For a whole year.
Unhelmeted and everything, man.
They bring to these characters, their relationship on and off camera. I couldn't help but think about
taking your helmet off in the first episode. What is this, Halo?
Those two actors had when we made the game.
Shots fired, Marie.
It feels like this is going to be something special, and I will say this will be the most authentic video game adaptation yet.
Well, I mean, that first image that they put out, it feels.
There is a lot of talking here, but they should be giving you guys at least one trailer
super
when Neil is done.
And that's awesome to see Joel and Ellie from the front side now for the first time. So we'll see more of that next year. That's coming as well, right? Serious?
You'll hear about it very soon. That's
okay.
All I'll say right now.
All right. Well, Last of Us HBO, very, very exciting. And I hear you actually have a couple actors from the show who are going to join us here.
We happen to have a couple actors here that are part of the show. We should bring them up.
Okay. Come on up.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Oh, hello.
Surprise.
Troy's back again. Hello,
I know.
Ashley. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm a little confused, though. I thought maybe Pedro Bella, but Troy Ashley out here from the game, right?
So when Craig and I started working on the show, almost one of our very first meetings, we said, Troy and Ashley have to be a part of it. And we're such fans of like the talent and the helping us create Joel and Ellie. We felt like it was so important that they become part of the show. And it has to be more than just like kind of like a wink to the camera and like a cameo.
Okay.
These are real roles that we're keeping under wraps for now. But man, I'm bummed that I couldn't be there with you guys when you filmed your stuff.
There's been so much
It's
stuff I feel like
so good
on the internet. There's so much like talk about what's being filmed, and I think that's you guys have kept a complete secret that you. So you were up there and you filmed your roles by now, obviously.
Well, keeping secrets with this franchise is kind of old hat. Like we've
Except
had
for today.
Except for today. Except for the date. It was one of the hardest things for us to do is to not let people know that because we're so proud of it and the work that we did. We worked hard. The crew. I have to say. When I walked out on set, to be met with literally every person that I met on that crew is such a fan of this game, and they all knew what it was that they were working on and committed to working on this project because of their fan and their love for the game was one of the greatest. It was like I was coming home to friends.
Yeah, the attention to detail, the crew was amazing. Bella and Pedro are they're so perfect, and we've been trying to sort of describe that feeling of sort of seeing them in person. It's like the characters coming to life, but it's so much more than that. I feel like I can't fully explain it, but I am so excited to be a part of it, and just I can't wait to see it. I think it is going to be so good. I love the story. I love being a part of
I'm
this
so
world.
excited about the series and the fact that you guys are going to be in it and undisclosed roles. I'm so fascinated how it's going to sort of bob and weave and are these characters we know from the game that they're playing new characters? Can you tell us anything?
Yes.
I can tell you.
So sneaky. All right. Well, we're so excited.
Maybe it's already on Twitter by now.
Hey. All right. Well, let's talk about what was on Twitter earlier today. Lots of talk about the idea, or really what's happening is it looks like you guys are remaking the original game, and this is like a ground-up remake. Is that right?
That's right. We wanted to give people the definitive version of the first game that wasn't encumbered by any technology. Wanted to find a way to get even closer to our original vision, and we're able to do it on the PS5 and PC. And instead of talking about it, let's look at it.
All right, let's take a look at The Last of Us Part 1.
So why'd you leave Boston?
And here is that trailer, guys.
I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
It's got everything to do with that little girl.
You know, I've never been this close. It's the outside.
So is that everything you hoped for?
Can't be any worse out there. Can it?
Once upon a time, I had somebody that I cared about. And in this world, that's good for one thing. Get you killed.
I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had? I get into trouble down there. You make every shot count.
I got this.
Hope you know how to use that thing.
I've had some practice.
Truly one of my favorite games of the past decade. Guys, what's your reaction to that?
Yeah, we hadn't seen that yet.
Yeah, you're watching it in real time.
Yeah.
It's because you did these. These performances you did a decade ago.
Yeah.
You didn't go back in. I mean, you used the original performances.
Yeah,
right?
actually, we came up with a process where we could take the original animation that we did for the faces and kind of like retarget it on these new rigs that have a lot more fidelity. And then the animators went back and
We're
studied.
seeing side by sides here just how much it has changed. That you went and you redid the models and rebuilt everything.
Everything was rebuilt from the ground up. Same art director, re-art directed the whole thing from the ground up. But the great thing about these faces is that
So they're kind of going over to here. This is the third remake. Well, the third version of the game. They had the original, then they had the remastered. I believe there was a director's cut in there somewhere as well. And now you have part one, the full remake. This one done for PS5 and PC. So not really many changes to the story or anything like that. Mainly just a graphical enhancement to take advantage of the faster SSD on computers in PS5.
They're all new players for PS5 and PC.
Yeah.
We wanted them to have the definitive version of The Last of Us.
Amazing. Well, now you guys get to replay. I mean, when was the last time you guys played the game?
I actually played it again just to refresh my memory before working on the show.
And more or less, this is Sony's version of Skyrim. They're going to keep releasing it as much as they can because it is going to sell like hotcakes every single time they do.
The last time that I played literally would have been 2 years ago since we're celebrating the anniversary of Part 2 coming out. So, I mean, it looks like I'm definitely going to be up for another playthrough with this.
I can't wait to go back because it was you guys did such an amazing job on that original game. And
It's really, when you play it, when you see it in motion, it's really night and day from what it used to be.
So I imagine that, think of The Last of Us 2 combat, but kind of that back in The Last of Us 1.
Well, it's the whole, all the new animation system, the new AI system, everything we've learned on, Uncharted 4, Last of Us 2, we apply to this, again, to give that definitive version. Just to give a quick shout out, this project is headed up by Matthew Gallant and Shauna Skye.
Okay.
And you'll hear a lot more about it and see a lot more about it over the coming weeks leading up to the release September 2nd on PS5.
All right.
And shortly thereafter on PC.
We will look forward to it. Now, Neil, you've talked a lot about games directed by other people. What are you directing? You still making games?
Still making games.
Okay.
I haven't given up my day job. It's a little early to talk about. Maybe if someone in PlayStation wants to leak it, then we can talk about it now. Otherwise, we'll save it.
But you do have a new project.
Do have a new project, but we'll save it for another Summer Game Fest.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll try and save it. All right. Troy, Ashley, Neil, thank you so much for dropping by Summer Game Fest, and I am so excited that The Last of Us is returning, as you said, in September. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Awesome. All right, well, that is going to do it. Thanks to Naughty Dog and PlayStation for that very special look at The Last of Us and the entire franchise and where things are going. Very, very excited about that. All right, Summer Game Fest continues over the next few days. Coming up right now on this very stream is Day of the Devs with I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine, including an exclusive new look at the planet Atlanta. And then the Devolver Digital Showcase. Tomorrow, we've got Netflix Geeked Week, which I'll be co-hosting, and the Tribeca Games Showcase streaming, along with the Epic Games Store Showcase. And then finally, Sunday, it's the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. You can stream them all at summergamefest.com. As for me, I'll see you again in August when we are back live in Cologne, Germany for Gamescom Opening Night Live on August 23rd. And then the Game Awards will return in December live from the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. And finally, I'm excited to share that Summer Game Fest will return in June 2023 as a digital and in-person event to bring the gaming community together. Thanks for being a part of Summer Game Fest. And remember, there are more events and announcements to come. We'll see you soon.
Means Jeff is trying to drive the stake into the heart of E3.
All right.
E3 is becoming Key 3.
Well, there we have it. Summer Game Fest 2022.
And it looks like no one more thing this year. We had the big Elden Ring gameplay reveal at the end last year. It doesn't look like that one. Oh, wait. No, this is Day of the Devs.
Okay, yeah, we're going to. Yeah. All right. Post-show. Because that was creepy.
That's Tim Schafer from Double Fine,
Yeah,
the
right?
mind behind Psychonauts 2. Highly recommend checking it out if you guys are into indie games. Planet of Lana is going to be a very cool game. That one also dropping day one on Game Pass. I believe that was also my list of highly anticipated indie games as well. So definitely worth checking out. John, we're going to keep the post show short because we are doing a later one later tonight. With that being said, was there a certain game or a different gameplay element that stood out to you the most in today's showcase?
No, I think overall this was a fairly, dare I say, non-earth-shattering event. There wasn't any like major game announcements I feel like was super shocking. And I feel like Jeff kind of in the past week was kind of going out and trying to like put out some of those fires on social media about how, people seem to be really, really like overhyping what this event was going to be. Now, don't get me wrong. What we got to see was great. There are a lot of great games in there. There's a lot of great graphics, seeing the continuation and growth of how graphics continue to evolve. I mean, I was checking on Twitter here as we were going throughout today's event. Some screenshots, like just in The Last of Us alone, from the remastered to part 1, the graphic change, the graphic updates are absolutely stunning, especially when you look at them side by side and considering, generally a jump from a late in life generation console like a PlayStation 4 when the remastered came out to an early in life new generation console like a PlayStation 5. The graphics do tend to be a little bit closer in comparison, night and day. Absolutely night and day. That just goes to show the power and the performance of the next gen consoles out there. Absolutely fantastic. I think overall it was a very solid show. Nothing too earth-shattering. Obviously, the Gotham game is something that I'm going to be looking out for as a big Robin fan, especially since it's Tim Drake. Tim Drake's my boy. So super excited for that one. That was probably my personal highlight was the Batman game that was shown.
Yeah, I mean, Gotham Knights looks fantastic. I like that we got our first look at the Modern Warfare 2 campaign as well. The moving boxes and everything on the ship, I think, is a nice addition to those games. On top of that, I think the one that stuck out to me the most is Frost Giants' debut RTS. These are legendary developers, guys, behind StarCraft and Warcraft. These franchises that have been around for so long and really established the industry for what it is today. Unfortunately, no gameplay was shown for that one, but I do think it's cool that we finally got to be introduced to some of the new characters in one way or another through CGI for what Frost Giant is developing over there. John, we also had Marvel. We have the next Marvel game here with Midnight Suns. CGI looked great. I wish they would finally show gameplay of this game, but unfortunately, none of that in here. Street Fighter, I thought we were going to have more character debuts. Unfortunately, only one coming through here. But so far, the gameplay for Street Fighter 6 looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks great. It's a beautiful combination of old school Street Fighter with new technology, new graphics, new abilities to make that game kind of keep what makes Street Fighter great, keep that OG Street Fighter feel, but add that new ability to the game, the new technology, the new graphics, just everything about it. That's how you keep refreshing these games. That's the reason why these games have stood the test of time, not just because the fighting genre is a very strong community, but because you're able to keep the basis of these games, keep what makes these games great, and then build upon that as technology improves and grows throughout the years and decades. So yeah, I think that's one of the best things here. Looking at that new Street Fighter, it looks great. It has that old school feel to it, but has that new school edge and graphic update and gameplay. So yeah, I think Street Fighter fans are going to be very, very happy with that game.
And I think my biggest takeaway negative-wise for this showcase, and again, Jeff does a really good job pulling people from all across the industry, it felt like we went a little too hard into the space thriller horror genre.
Right?
We had Callisto Protocol. We had a few other games that were shown there were kind of really imagined from that Dead Space genre. I think it was 4 or 5 in total that we had kind of in that genre. And then you had Warframe as well, or Warhammer rather. And Warhammer brings a lot of that space combat as well. So overall, we went a little too far outer space on a few different things, I feel like. And if we're going to go to space, that's fine, but at least vary the genre up a little bit. And it did kind of hit that horror genre quite a bit in that vein.
Yeah, Panicking Pat in chat is giving it a 7.5 out of 10. For the rating. I don't know if we want to give our ratings right now, Joey, since we do have the Summer Games Fest Level Up special version of Level Up Live tonight at 8 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/OTN Media. But I would go out and say 7.5, I think, is a fair rating for today's event.
Yeah, I'm right around a 7.58. I think one thing Jeff does very well is the variety. Again, we just hit on the whole space thing, and there was a lot of that. But overall, there were still a lot of indie developers involved. We did have some TV stuff brought in with Black Adam and The Rock. We also had The Last of Us TV show from HBO brought up. So there was a nice little combination of different things here and there. I think one thing he improved on was the ads. We had the Nintendo Switch ad. We had a Game Pass ad. But other than that, there really weren't that many ad reads throughout the show. I think there were only 4 or 5 in total. So I think he did a good job of kind of meshing those in and kind of keeping them more game themed this year as well.
Yeah, and they honestly didn't feel totally like ads. Like you said, like they fit well with what this show was trying to showcase. It wasn't like...
It was more like a sizzle reel kind of thing.
Yeah, it'd be like really weird if like all of a sudden like we're like, oh, coming up next after this world premiere, a message from Carfax. Like, why? Like, you don't get that. Like, so yes, I agree that the ads actually felt like they had a place and they fit in the presentation today.
I like the Carfax read there. I did not see that one coming.
Neither did I. It's like the first thing that popped in my head, right?
You love to see it. Again, guys, we'll be back later tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I believe that's 5 p.m. Pacific time, if my math is correct, for a post-show kind of breaking down what happened during today's showcase, as well as previewing the weekend ahead. There are so many showcases coming, guys. Jeff hit on the one he's hosting. Netflix is going to be on Friday. That one's going to jump into some new video game shows, both announced and unannounced, from Cyberpunk to... Well, you know what? I'm not going to say because I don't know what has been announced and what has not. So we're not going to break any NDAs on the stream here. We're going to hold that off. But some really cool shows coming out there for Netflix. We have the Xbox Bethesda showcase on Sunday. We'll preview some of that. And one thing, John, that I think is a big note here to end for the viewers today, in case you guys didn't notice, Hideo Kojima did not show up in the showcase today. That's very possible that the game he is developing is an Xbox exclusive and will show up on Sunday. With that being said, John, anything else you want to touch on before we wrap back around later tonight?
No, I think it's going to be fantastic. I think we should just recap everything that we're going to be bringing again one more time before we sign off there. Again, it's the Summer Games Fest special edition of Level Up Live tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Then on Sunday, the 12th, I had to count the days there real quick. 11, well, no, it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so that's going to be a 12:45 stream right here. It's going to be another OTN official co-stream live with Joey, myself, and Drew will be joining us on the Xbox Bethesda showcase. So that will be really, really exciting to see what's coming to the Xbox platform as well. So that will be coming up. And again, follow on social media as well as we continue to cover all the amazing announcements from this weekend with all the different showcases coming out. And again, we cover this on a daily basis, even when there's not showcases. Check out OTN Media on social media as well. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Level Up Live is our esports and gaming podcast as well. Social media, it's Level Up Live, LVLUP Live. It's super simple, straightforward, right to the point. And if you're in the DMV area, I'm going to plug it. Why not? Game On DC covers esports here in the DMV. And again, a big shout out to today's co-stream sponsor, Gamer Bites, bite-sized gaming and esports news delivered weekly directly to your inbox. Sign up for Gamer Bites today. Next newsletter goes out tomorrow morning, a bite-sized version, if you will, with all the Summer Games Fest and showcase announcements coming out this week. Next week, plan for a massive newsletter, it feels like, with all the news coming out this weekend. So definitely check that out as well. Joey, I don't think I forgot anything else. Oh, Gamer Bites OTN for social media if you want to follow on social media for Gamer Bites.
Yeah, man, I think you hit everything. There's a lot coming. Again, we'll recap some of this going into this show, looking ahead to the weekend ahead. There's just so much happening, guys. So many cool announcements. We know about 20 to 25 of the games being shown in the Xbox Bethesda showcase. Definitely not going to want to miss that one on Sunday as well.
All right, so that is going to do it for OTN's coverage of Summer Games Fest 2022 today. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed your time here with Joey and myself and the rest of chat as we went through all the different space genre games, because that felt like was the only thing that we saw today. But along with the new Batman game, the new Marvel games as well, remastered Last of Us. There's so many things to talk about. Again, thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us here, checking out the new games coming up in the near future. And we hope to see you tonight on Level Up Live. Again, that is 8 p.m. Eastern time right here on Twitch, twitch.tv/OTN Media. Until 8 p.m. tonight. We'll see you then.